Let me properly invite you. Miss Taynaah Reis is the founder of Moeda out of Brazil. I congratulate you for your T-shirt and for the background that you have. Quite unique. It sends a strong message, and we couldn't agree more. So without further ado, Ms. Reis, representing Moeda, has the floor. Welcome.
So thank you so much. I'm very honored to be here and to address such an important challenge that we live right now, like in Brazil. We are not still living the post-pandemic. We are still have very alarming numbers, more than 5 million cases. Like everybody know how that affected the small-sized businesses here. Like the formal numbers that we have from like businesses that went that had to close in Brazil was like 1.3 million businesses, and from that number, 700,000 business they went bankrupt. So that is quite shocking. And this is like for the formal companies. Most of Brazil, they run into informal businesses, like people that very expensive to create a company, to have an accountant, and to have like a lawyer. So people are not even registered. They are not even like included into the economy. So we lack like good access to capital, microcredit. So that was like the meaning of like building Moeda. I have a lot of like story to my family. My father is my inspiration. He built a lot of programs inside of the government of Brazil with the support of the United Nations, the UNDP sector, to really support the small-sized businesses especially in the rural areas of Brazil. So he built a program called Pronafi, which is one of the largest credit providers from Brazil. But still, from the government side, there is like a lot of bureaucracy to access capital. And in the pandemics was like even worse to access quickly that capital. Big companies, they could access very fast. Small companies was like super difficult to have cash. And their runaway was crazy. Like in 2 months, 3 months, they couldn't pay the employees. So that's why the number is so shocking for the companies that went bankrupt here. And especially because we have like a background where the financial education is not clearly on the agenda, even for the small children. Like in the education, like people don't know how to do properly taxes, how to do savings, and it's hard. Like most of the companies didn't have a plan, and no one would expect something like this event to happen. But even for the normal life, like people, most of the people here in Brazil still live month by month, like very short, like they spend the salary even like before the month ends. So it's alarming, like both on the educational side, and we do need like more partnerships and more involvement and integration on actions with the public-private and sector. They need to engage together with the people. So we always say is like the four P in the inclusion, that equation. We need to put public, private sector, and with the people. Like we do need to engage the community, and especially that community that is vulnerable. They are the informal businesses that are not even on the statistics. So we created Moeda, like that is our mission on humanizing finances and distributing impact. We're like the first fintech here in Brazil that is aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals from the beginning. So that in my T-shirt, like the purpose is the new power. Like that is in our heart, like to really do the change. So we make like banking and payment services fast, because I saw this like on growing up on my dad helping the cooperatives, how hard it was especially for women entrepreneurs, the gender question too, to access the capital. Because here in Brazil, you need like a bank guarantee, and most of it's still like a machist like country. So I can say that because like people leave that, and sometimes the car is in the name of the husband, the wallet is in the name is with the husband, and so the women entrepreneurs, they don't have a guarantee to provide to the bank. So they suffer even more than the men here. So we do give preference to women when we invest. We don't exclude men, of course, but still, like we see that needs balance, and that's where we are more like inclusive. And even like with the programs that we run here, We make like everything easily and seamless as possible, and with the transparency provided by the blockchain. That technology that we put was crucial, and the transparency gives us as well that confidence and the trust that people need to be doing an investment on an environment that is very unstable right now, with the pandemic, politics, and everything that is included on these environmental situations that we have right now, also in Amazon. That is crucial to have trust into information that you can give investments to the people and to flow capital to that area. We have a lot of capital flowing to philanthropy and a lot of capital flowing to big companies in this time, but was a lack of capital and really coordinated actions to put for the small size businesses, both from the government and private sector. So we do support women-owned businesses. That is the case of Dona Divina. That was a successful case. She's a president of a cooperative here in Brazil. We did Baru beer, so it was an investment on a castanha, a nut of beer. So we always like put the value in a product, and we help them to do a business plan as well, because just providing the capital, we saw that was just a piece of the puzzle. We do need to provide the education and the means and the tools and opportunities for people to build up their businesses, not just to start, like having those coordinated actions to really facilitate opening a company, getting an accountant, getting a lawyer, like those simple things that people need access to, and the skills and abilities to run a business and to grow from the informal to the formal, and really being profitable and adding value to the product. So every investment that we make, that is where the humanizing finances go into place, because we put our hearts, like our team, like work together, and even the details on design. Sometimes it's a good presentation and putting the product on the right market. Sometimes it's going to a niche market instead of going to compete with the big companies. So we make everything transparency, with the transparency provided from the blockchain. And we were the first to give birth to a cryptocurrency that allows people from everywhere in the world to invest right away into those businesses. And they can make a small profit, so they can do good and do well at the same time. So that is an example of a project on our website from Sustainable Coffee. So that coffee, you can just go and see, and how many jobs they are making, the impact and the ESG metrics around those projects. And after you do the investments, you can follow up and to see how the project is going. And after most of our projects, they have a product in the end. So then you can purchase the coffee and purchase the beer and purchase any of the products that we make, the acai and beautiful things. So in the next slide, please, is an example of like a transaction being made. The cryptocurrency facilitates the process of like wire transferring, so it's very quick and safe ways to do it. So you can choose to invest in a project by the SDGs too. Oh, I like more education. I like more projects related to environment, so that can be more close to your heart and your purpose. And please to the next slide. You can see on the blockchain the technology that we developed in partnership with IBM, using the IBM Hyperledger Fabric is one of the protocols of blockchain. You can track like each step of the process, and that builds the trust and that human connection with the project too, because then you can see and build that database that is so much needed too. Products that fail, they provided a good lesson too, I want to see what went good and what didn't went good to the people, so I can build this like larger Wikipedia of successful cases and projects that people can relate to and replicate into other cities. Like here right now, I'm in the northeast region of Brazil. That is a result of a public-private partnership with the government. That is a co-working space that we built up from an event called Wins for Future. And that has been very successful. Now we are reopening for the public, and we are helping like to have the community to participate even right now to see the experiences of the other countries. This is so important and so needed right now for the community here, like to listen that in other countries they are struggling as well. And that is things that we can share with India, with Africa, and things that went good here, and the things that went bad too, that we can cross and share the experiences and lessons that we learned. Here we help the artisans in Brazil, like providing the capital. That was like a lot of microcredit for popular construction. That was so needed into this time. Like imagine like working from home in a small space, and that space being like with just a quick painting, how that can change the look and feel of like home working for a person that works into the slum or like a rural area. So this is where I am right now. Like we collected 10 tonelads of recyclable waste. So that is a program also with the community here that can go and exchange the plastic and everything that is recyclable for money. So in the end of the day, they can use that money here into the community, and as a way to really share the impact of each one of the businesses that they want to be sustainable and they want to recyclable, for instance, like their waste, but they don't know how. So that's also a partnership that we're very proud here. So please to the next slide. Yeah. So in the pandemic, we also saw like everything going digitally so fast. We helped a lot of farmers to sell their organic farming online. So that was like a change on mindset. So from just selling on the street, like into those more like trading fairs, to go full on the digital market for them was very, very keen for them to survive, and they thrive into this, even into the pandemic. Now they are super happy that they can sell to even more people, and the people are supporting the local farmers. So if you provide the option for a person to at the convenience of a mobile app to buy from local instead of a big supermarket that will survive into this crisis, that is also needed. So when people have the technology and have the access to just sell online, this is crucial for the survival of their businesses too. And we saw that with the marketplace. So this, we put together our technology so people can see when they buy a carrot, when they buy tomatoes, how many jobs they are helping to sustain into this crisis too, and what's the impact of the money that they are buying for themselves. So that is our store, the marketplace store today. So when the people buy, they also can see the stories of the farmers and the women farmers. That is like we're happy and like proud of them that we could support into this time. So this is an example of the blockchain. So when you purchase the avocado in Brazil, you can see how much went to the cooperative, how much went to the special projects that they support here, how much went to each of the farmers, just from one product, one avocado. So here we did a partnership with Impacto. That is where this like T-shirt come from. That was the first like emergency action that we put the blockchain to track the donations that here we help in Brazil. We help 8 NGOs in Rio de Janeiro, 2 in Brasilia, and a lot of couple NGOs. And that was the first like emergency. Oh, they need food, because that was like especially on the slums and periferia in Brazil. And that was the first one. But now we are helping to transition from that emergency money to the skills and abilities to re-enter the working space. So if you just go back, maybe I'm running out of time. No, before the slides. Thank you. Before. Yes, so that is a beautiful partnership into the Amazonian region with the people that sell the fish with Hari. That is an international organization. We put together the digital identity for the people that do the fishing here in Brazil. They were also affected by the market, because fish you need to get fresh into the other areas, and to do the logistics of collecting the fish and selling to the the big cities into Brazil was very, they were super affected, and especially with the crazy environmental politics and all the craziness that we many people know by the news here that happened with the coast of Brazil. They also need like a lot of support, and also for them, the small size businesses that deal with seafood, uh, for them like to get recognition from an identity, and then that you know that when you buy from them, you are like helping many families that survive from the businesses. So we are very proud of the partnership with Hari to just launching, and we also launched a savings program. So for them to build their savings, get like 5 women, and oh, let's build like a little bit cash so we have like a runaway if something happens. And this is with Bruno Cato, the first acai that we are tokenizing for acai rainforest also in the region of Amazonia. And this will also put hardware so the investors can see temperature like in every single aspect of the environmental, how we are saving water into the crop. And after investing, they can also do the prove the acai. So the acai was the first product that we trade and we sold to Thailand. So it was the first international product that we exported even into this pandemic time. And the farmer, the receivables of anticipation, that was also key here in Brazil, because many contracts with big supermarkets, they pay just after 60 days or 90 days. And that was a stable time that people need the money right away. So we do that receivables anticipation of 1 day. Like, and here we have like a lot of farmers, even in this northeast region area of Brazil. And we were able to support like a lot of beautiful farmers that you can see like in the picture now with Muda Meu Mundo and Priscila, and also all the partnership with Somozum, Tiziana, Rolim, the project that you saw with the construction, the money for the construction, and like a lot of other beautiful things that we have built together here in the state of Ceará with the artisans, and also in the communities that really need assistance, the immediate assistance, and now mid-term and long-term assistance for them to survive. So I thank you all the partners here. I couldn't have built this alone. Like, we have a big team like in Moeda, and we are growing very fast, and I'm very happy to share and build the seeds like for a lot of people, and see like a lot of smiles even into this crazy time. Thank you so much for the opportunity for me to share the work that we have been done here. And if you are interested and get to know about our technology, how we can replicate some of those things into other countries, I'm very open to new partnerships, and we want to see like we can do partnerships internationally too. And that's what we want to do. We want to share our successful experiences and help other people into the world too. Thank you so much.
Thanks to you, Ms. Reis. Really an impressive presentation on the use of technology to support sustainable development. It's quite unique. In the case of Brazil, I thank you again.